Hey y'all, it's Michelle from the Scattered Scrapper. Welcome to my channel. Today is day 2 of Scrap-O-Ween. It is Spooky Pocket Wednesday, so I have my beginning of October here that I'm going to be working on. Week 40, October 1st through the 7th, and this page is kind of just the first. Because I take lots of pictures and I print out lots of pictures, so I have weeks that can be many pages long. So this is just like the opening page for week 40 and the beginning of October. And I have my favorite autumn collection out, Hello Autumn by Carta Bella, that I'm going to be using, and a couple of other little goodies picked out. So let's get started. The first thing that I'm going to do is pick out some 3x4 cards and 4x6 cards. But I don't have that actually with this. What I decided to do instead was to use some of my scraps from this collection because I love it so much, and I thought that it went really well with this particular page. Especially because it is the 1st of October. And the collection references October, so I wanted to make sure I used some of that. And the colors I just think go so well for the 1st of October. Really the big thing that kind of got me to want to use this is that 4x4 card up there in the top left corner that I'm going to use to make my title card for, or title card with. And everything else is really kind of playing off of that. So I'm going through this 6x6 paper pad to see if I can find anything that I want to use to make some 4x6 cards. And I do have a 3x4 that I need to make. Oh, I love that little pumpkin. I hate that I'm having to use the pumpkin paper because I really love those pumpkins. But maybe I can use the other side and not cover it up. I don't know. You know what? I don't even know if they're upside down or not. I'd have to go back and look and see. So I'm just going through my scraps here, and I'm wanting to make sure that I've got kind of a good balance of color. I decided to use that orange with the little X's on it on the bottom right to bring some of that orange from the top left down. And then I've got this beautiful kind of sagey green. I love this pattern. It is so pretty. So I'm just going to cut it into a 3x4 card because I need to make a big journaling card because I want to talk about my Halloween invitation over there, and I don't really have any room on the invitation itself to talk about it. And then I'm just going to trim up this one, and I trimmed up that leaf paper there instead of just measuring it 4 inches up. I cut a little bit off the top and some off the bottom because I wanted to make sure that I got all of the colors of the leaves that was on that paper. And then this one has a little notch cut out because I think it has some little like cutout things that you can use, and I had cut something out and used it as an embellishment on a different layout. But that's not going to be a problem because I'm going to cover that up. So here is my title card that I'm working on, and I want to use this little bitty piece of scrap paper here that's that really pretty red. It's like a deep orange red because there's not a whole lot of it up at the top. And like I say, I'm wanting to kind of balance the colors out. But I'm not exactly sure what I want this title card to look like. So I'm going to kind of go through the die cuts and fiddle around with it. And I thought maybe I wanted to trim this down some and have the green be all the way around. And I decided against it. But once I pick up these flowers that I had fussy cut out of another paper, it kind of falls into place, sort of. I'm still kind of thinking, do I want more flowers? Do I want this centered? Do I want it off to the side? And what I end up going with is pretty much where it's at. And I'm going to use these gold glitter alphabets. They're the ones from Hobby Lobby. I'm going to use them to get my week down. So I'm just going to use the big W and the K. And I put it on this little kind of ruler thing that came with a pen that I had bought. And it's good for just kind of holding things in place. So I've got week 40 here. And now I can move this around a little bit to see what I want to do. Now these labels here I actually got from a 49 and Market collection. Do I have them right here with me? Let's see. Oh, I do. Let's see. They come out of the Vintage Orchard Ephemera Bits pack that's got 96 die cut shapes. I picked this up when I went to a scrapping crop a few weeks back, and I absolutely love it. I did not get the papers for it, but I did get the ephemera pack because I knew I would really be able to use all the little bits and pieces with some of the collections that I already have, like now. So I have cut that reddish paper with little X's on it into a banner, and I'm going to use that as the foundation for my label here. And I'm going to put the W and K on it and the 40 underneath. And I should have went ahead and stamped my dates first, but I kind of didn't think about that at the time. I'm a little rusty. This is actually the first pocket page that I have made this whole year. I have been quite busy with planning my or helping plan my older daughter's wedding and having that go through in the summer, and it was so beautiful. I had no idea that planning a wedding that wasn't my wedding would take up so much real estate in my head that I didn't have any mental room for anything else. So, but it was a beautiful wedding, and now that it's all done, I can kind of make some room in my brain for other stuff, like Scrap-O-Ween. So I'm kind of rusty with my scrapbooking here, so got to get back into the swing of things. But I did look through that sticker book that comes or that goes with this collection, and I picked out that little squirrel that is so cute. I just knew I wanted to get it on here. So I have the little squirrel, and then I picked out a couple of little acorns, and now I'm trying to figure out, okay, where do I want to put the dates now? So I'm going to have to kind of move my week number around a little bit. And so I got the October 1st there. And then I'm just going to scooch those over a little bit and put, I think it's the 7th. That would make a week, right? There on the other side. And I wish I had taken that washi tape off because I did get a little bit of ink on it, but that's all right. And then I'm going to finish it off with some distress mica stain that's in the color Flickering Candle. I think it's probably one of my favorites, and I love what that card says. I'm so glad I live in a how's it go? I'm so glad I live in a world where there are Octobers, or something like that. I love that quote. And now I am going to make my little journaling card, and I got the puffy stickers out, and I'm finally getting to use that puffy sticker that says my favorite color is October. And then I have the sticker book again, and I'm going through and seeing if there's anything else. I didn't want to put too much because I did have some things that I wanted to say. Mostly just happy that October is there and that I couldn't wait for all the fun things. And then also talking about my Halloween party invitation that ended up, it was kind of royalty themed. And then I wrote about how I didn't even realize until either my grandmother or my aunt had pointed out that the street that we live on, the name of the street went with the theme of our Halloween party. And because it's our neighborhood has the like royal things and for the street names. And I was like, I didn't even notice that until it was pointed out to me. Because it wasn't really my intention. It wasn't in my mind to do that. But it just kind of happened that way. And I thought that was really funny. Now, this picture here, it's not really a meme, but it's something that I found or saw on Facebook. And it's the life cycle of a jack-o'-lantern. So it starts out with the jack-o'-lantern there up at the top, and it goes all the way around until it decomposes, and then it sprouts again and grows more pumpkins, and then you can make jack-o'-lanterns out of the new pumpkins. And I just thought that was so fun. And it reminded me of a time where we actually kind of did that with a jack-o'-lantern a couple of years ago, that it just kind of stayed on our front porch. We actually don't come in and out of our house through our front door. We have our garage that's under the house, so we drive into our house and park in the garage and come in through the kitchen. So the jack-o'-lantern kind of got forgotten there on the front porch for a little while, and then when I noticed, it had started to kind of look like this poor little jack-o'-lantern here. And then it was like, oh, well, now this is an excellent learning opportunity because, as a homeschool parent, you're kind of always looking out for those teachable moments. So we actually got to watch the decomposition and how the different bugs and birds and animals and things would come, and they got food, and then the funguses and everything, they got food, and then there were just the seeds left, and the seeds ended up also being food for different critters like the squirrels and stuff like that. So that was a really fun thing to watch. Now this picture here is again something that I saw on Facebook, and I loved what it says, so I had to print that out. And it says, "Forever that girl that gets excited when there is color in the wind and pumpkins that grin." And that is so me. I just love it. Yeah, the 1st of September all the way until the end of December is like my most favorite time of year. And I decided to not put a little journal spot on here because on the picture, it's got the quote. It says what I want it to say. So I decided to just use this little ticket here to give it a little decoration, and then put some little puffy fall leaves. And I was thinking about putting that little puffy pumpkin on there, but I was like, it's kind of thick. So I opted for this puffy pumpkin instead. Ooh, say that 5 times really fast. I got that on there, and it's actually a little bit, I think, thinner, so it's not quite so tall. And then I've got these really deep red, kind of rusty red enamel dots and put on there. And then it felt like it wasn't quite finished, so I'm going to go ahead and put some little faux stitch marks all the way around. And that one is all done because I don't put any splatters on that one. Surprise, surprise. Oh, I bring this one back and put a little jack-o'-lantern on it because I was like, wait a minute, it's talking about Halloween. It's got to have a little bit of a Halloween touch to it. This is actually the only picture that I took that was on the 1st of October. And it is a picture of a hymn that we sang that morning in church. And I often will take pictures of the hymns that we sing, or not all of them, but just like one that really kind of speaks to me that morning, and have it here in my album. And so I want to have a little space to be able to talk just a little bit about the song, what I was feeling, or what it reminded me of. And in this one, I have this die cut that says "So Very Grateful." And then in this little journal spot, I just wrote that this hymn really touched me this morning. Truly, he is my hope and stay. And the hymn is the solid rock, and part of the lyrics says that he is my hope and stay, and Jesus really is my hope and stay. And then I finished it off there with the puffy pumpkins there, and some green enamel dots, and of course, my mica stain. And I think that is going to do it. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you're excited for scrapbooking all of your fun October adventures, and hope that you're excited for Scrap-O-Ween. We're just getting started, and I'm really excited for it this year. And be sure to check out the link below to the new Facebook group that I started, so you can join in on the fun and share your creations too. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye!